When you're solving equations, it's important that you can tell right away if your answer's right or not. So today we're going to look at how you can check your solution and show your check algebraically. Okay, let's say that you solve this equation and you got an answer of x equals 3. How could we tell if it's correct? Well, we've already talked about in class before that you can take this and substitute it back in place of x. But let's see what that actually looks like. So I'm going to rewrite the equation, but this time instead of x, I put 3. So I have 4 times 3 plus 2 equals 8 times 3 minus 10. Okay? This step of rewriting the equation with the value of x in there is critical. You always start with that one. Okay, then we're going to simplify each side of this so that it just equals one number, and we're going to see if both sides equal each other. Okay, so let's start over on the left-hand side. I've got 4 times 3 because I'm multiplying first. That's 12 plus 2, and that equals, I'm going to go over to this side now and simplify a step. 8 times 3 is 24. And I'm going to bring down my minus 10. Okay, so far I just multiplied and then I rewrote my new equation. And then I have 12 plus 2, which is 14. And on the left side, I've got 24 minus 10, which is also 14. It checks. I know that x equals 3 was a solution to my equation because the left side equaled the right side when I substituted it back in. All right, let's try another one. Now let's pretend we solved this equation and we got an answer of x equals 4. So to check if it's correct, we are going to take this 4 and put it in place of all of our x's and then solve the equation and see if we're correct. So we have 2 times, now in here I put 4 plus 3 plus 4 equals 3 times 4 minus 1. Okay, I rewrite it using 4 in place of x. Okay, now I'm going to simplify both sides here. I have to start with what's in parentheses. So I've got 4 plus 3, that's 7. And then I have 2 times 7, which is 14. And then I still have this plus 4 over here. And 14 plus 4 is 18. Now I'm going to go over to the right-hand side. I have 4 minus 1, which is 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, bring that down. Does 18 equal 9? No, obviously it doesn't. So that tells me that x equals 4 is not correct, and that I would need to go back and try my equation again. Okay, and see if I tried it again and I got the same answer, then I'd want to try my check again because maybe the error was in my check. But on this one, x equals 4 is not correct. Okay, so let's say we went back and we tried the equation again. This time we got x equals 13. Let's check that solution. 2 times 13 plus 3 plus 4 equals 3 times 13 minus 1. All right, now I've got, again, do what's in parentheses first. 13 plus 3 is 16. And then 2 times 16 is 32. And 32 plus 4 is 36. Okay, notice how I'm kind of working down my page as I simplify each side. I'd like you guys doing the same. And then over on the right-hand side, I've got 3 times 13 minus 1. Well, 13 minus 1 is 12, and 12 times 3 is 36. Since the left side equals the right side, our answer checks. So x does, in fact, equal 13. All right, here's our last one. Now I have a solution of x equals negative 2. Be careful when we have negatives because you have to pay extra careful attention to make sure that you're substituting it in correctly. So if we have 2 times negative 2 minus a negative 2, I put it in parentheses to keep it separate, plus 4 minus 5 equals negative 2 plus 5 plus 2 times negative 2 minus 2. All right, I'm just going to kind of draw a line here to keep my sides separate so I can keep track of my work because I've got a lot going on. All right, over on the left-hand side, I have 2 times negative 2, it's negative 4. I see minus and negative 2. I'm going to turn that into adding 2 right away. Then I have plus 4 minus 5. And we're going to check and see if that equals what we have over on the left, which I have to do my multiplication first. Okay, so 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and then I'm just going to kind of bring down my rest. Negative 2 plus 5 plus negative 4 minus 2. All right, I'm going to jump back over to my left side here. I've got a negative 4 plus 4. That cancels. So then I have 2 minus 5, or 2 plus negative 5. Well, that is negative 3. Over on the right-hand side, I have negative 2 plus 5. You get 3. I'm going to just kind of drop down the rest of this here. So I have 3 plus negative 4 minus 2. I'm going to turn this into plus negative 2 to make it easier to work with here. I'm going to add my negatives first. Negative 4 plus negative 2 is negative 6. 3 plus negative 6 is negative 3. And if we look over here, we had negative 3 on the left, and we have negative 3 on the right, so our answer checks. Don't think that that's our final answer, though, because our answer is x equals negative 2, just like it was up at the top. This is just what we got when we substituted it in.